They have such dramatic music in this game. This is PES 2011 Pro Evolution Soccer 3D for the Nintendo 3DS from Konami. Soccer, or football in 3D. It's like playing it in real life, except you don't get tired and sweaty. Unless you're really into this game. Now I'm recording an all-new review just for the 3D edition of this game, but what I could have done is taken my review of PES 2011 for the PlayStation 3 and taped it together with my review of Super Street Fighter 4 3D edition for the 3DS. Because everything I said in those reviews combined equals this game, except you can't play as Cammy or Chun-Li. Sorry guys.
They've scored! It's in. That one finds the net. He knew exactly where the goal was.
And I'm afraid that we're going to see a lot of this on the 3DS. Games which are excellent games on the PS3 or 360 or PC that have been modified for the smaller 3DS screen with slightly reduced visuals, but an additional gimmicky 3D effect that can always be turned off. Maybe they're making my job easier. Watch my review of PES 2011 on the PlayStation 3 and imagine a 3D effect that you can turn off. Damn, that is easy.
So we're off then.
So, for what it's worth, if you enjoy soccer or football games and have a 3DS instead of a PS3 or 360, then PES 2011 Pro Evolution Soccer 3D is the game that you want, because it's the best handheld soccer game that I've ever played. The visuals are excellent. I'm not sure that I like the 3D effect in here. It works pretty well for the intro sequences, where the players walk out on the field and it's panning the stadium, but when you start playing the game, it just gets annoying quickly. There's several different camera perspectives that you can choose from, and even when you select the wide view and the players are really small, it's always easy to tell what's going on, because the 3DS screen is excellent. The game runs extremely smoothly, and it looks like a slightly miniaturized version of its big brothers, which is a huge compliment and a positive when you take into consideration this is a handheld game. But there's negatives to speak about when the 3D comes into play, because it just does nothing to enhance it. And like all of the 3DS games, especially the action-intensive ones like this, if you get into the game and tilt your 3DS at all, you'll lose the 3D effect. So while it's cool at first and impressive to see how they use the 3D in here to give some depth, if you're going to play the game for a while, which you probably are if you're into the sport, then 2D will most likely be your viewing method of choice. And frankly, it looks better in 2D anyway. It's brighter, it's sharper, and it's easier on the eyes for lengthy viewing periods. PES 2011 for the 3DS is for those who have a 3DS instead of any other game console on which to play this game. As far as I can tell, most of the features have been carried over from its big brothers. There's tons of teams to choose from all over the world. Lots of players, and you can create your own team. You can play a wireless match against a friend, and it has Street Pass versus play. I go into far more detail about PES 2011 in the PlayStation 3 review, and I have to compliment the developers for taking a large game and bringing it over to a small game console without losing much of what makes it good. The controls take some getting used to, but it's still totally playable, and an excellent version of PES 2011. However, when given the choice, I'd rather play it on one of the other game consoles with a larger screen.
Oh, and you can sense the tension easing amongst the players. Now they've got that 2-goal cushion.